Mississippians have the right to petition government and put issues on the ballot. The ballot initiative was taken away in 2021 after the vote to allow medical marijuana by the state Supreme Court on a technicality, and it's past time to restore that right. Joining me from the organization BAM, or Ballot Access Mississippi, from Jackson, is Spencer Flatgard. Good to see you, Spencer, and thanks for being with us on the coast.
Yeah, great to be with you, Dave. Thank you for having
And
me.
I use the word right because I think people need to be reminded that this is actually part of the state constitution, right?
Exactly. It says in the Constitution verbatim, it's a right reserved to the people.
And the legislature has failed to fix it for 3 years now. I have my theories, but what do you think? Why have legislators failed to give us the ballot initiative?
It's a great question. It polls at 80%. In fact, it was put into the Constitution on about an 80% vote. So all the public's for it. So why isn't it back in there? I think, well, the House has passed it. They've passed it a few times, and it gets hung up. Most senators are for it, but it gets hung up in the Senate. I think even though everybody's for it, it might not be everybody's number one issue at the ballot box that's going to vote somebody out. So even though everybody's for it, it's the right thing to do. It's a right that's in the Constitution. We need a few more senators to be for it.
So, any movement at the Capitol this year as you watch the legislative session in 2025? Is there any chatter? Is it a topic of conversation and debate?
I think we made some progress. There's been an appetite for people to say, well, let's have amendments and initiatives that do statutes or laws that aren't necessarily embedded in our Constitution. We're open to that. So there's been progress on that front. We're still kind of hung up in the Senate. I think we'll get there one day, as we usually do in Mississippi. We're the only state to have lost this right. Mississippians, are for it. We'll get there. I'm not sure we're going to get there this year. You've had some great senators and a coach like Jeremy England that have championed it. We just need a few more, to get there.
So, and it's not easy to get a measure on the ballot, to get an initiative. I just have some numbers. It's been tried like 76 times. There have only been 5 times that it's actually made it, and only 3 have actually been voted in. And so, for people who think it's easy to get an initiative on the ballot, it's not, is it?
It's not. I'm glad you reminded us of that. I mean, I think people see on TV, oh, in California, they always have a lot of ballots on initiatives on the ballot, or is it going to be easy to pass something? Some billionaire floods the market. We had it for 30 years, and that just didn't happen in Mississippi. As you pointed out, we really only had 3 things passed, and they were pretty moderate to conservative things: voter ID, eminent domain, and medical marijuana. So, other states might have a problem with it. We haven't had it. Mississippians, it's been a right they've cherished and made law changes for things they wanted 3 times. And it's their right, and it's in the Constitution. And we'll get it back one day.